Welcome to ACE. ACE stands for Alpha Competency Enrichment. I have not given the topic of ACE. I wanted you all to guess the topic by looking at the images which I'll be showing in the upcoming slides. Here is an image where there is a discussion happens between the daughter and your mother. There is an argument between a group of friends. This image talks about interaction between the seller and the buyer in a local market. They are using a non-verbal communication in order to understand each other. This picture talks about a game between a leader and the employees in order to check the strengths of the employee and the strengths of the leader. This picture talks about an interaction between the leader and an employee in an organization. This picture talks about a business deal between two parties. It could be related to a particular product or a service. They are exchanging their hands. This picture talks about an interaction between a group of team members in an organization. This picture is all about how terrorists has hold hostages in order to get done something which is there in their mind. If you are able to guess the topic of today's ACE, it's well and good. If not, let me introduce you to the topic which is called as negotiation skills. Negotiation skill is everything. It is there in our personal life. It is there in our professional life. If you want to be successful, you need to have an excellent negotiation skills for which you need to develop from today. Garden City University recognized the importance of developing the negotiation skills among the future leaders. We have introduced you the negotiation skills as part of ACE. What's in it for you? You'll be able to understand the concept of negotiation. You will able to know how to develop the negotiation skills. What is the learning objective? It will provide you the orientation on negotiation and tips to develop negotiation skills. So this picture talks about you standing in the middle and you have earth, you have other people who are surrounding you. If you look at everyone's life, every day we are interacting with the environment, we are interacting with the people who are surrounding us. So it is very important for us to know how the other person who is surrounding us functions. It's very important for us to know how the nature functions so that we'll able to adopt ourselves, so that we'll able to prepare ourselves in such a way that to handle all the things which is happening around us. In life, there are two things which are within our control, things which are outside our control. So what happens in life? There are few things you can able to do it easily. For example, if you want to wake up in a particular time, if you want to go for an exercise, if you want to eat a particular food which is completely within your control. For example, you take traffic, it is definitely not in your control. It's very important for you to have all the skills to handle the things which are without your control, so that you'll be able to handle your life in an effective way. For every action, there is a reaction. To every action, there is always opposed and equal reaction. What does it mean? These are one of the famous quotes given by Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton. What I'm trying to say here is, if you are involving in a positive action, it results in positive results. If you are involving in a negative action, it results in negative results. So it's very essential, you as an individual, me as an individual, we need to have an excellent action towards each and everything, so that you will be able to achieve what we intend to achieve in our life. Hence, the concept of negotiation skill comes into picture. Let us see some of the negotiation scenarios. Scenario number one is interaction between the interviewee and the interviewer. When you go for a job interview, there is a good amount of negotiation happens with regards to the designation you want in the organization, with regards to the salary structure. There are sometimes with regards to the work timings also. So it's very important for you to have an excellent negotiation skills, so that you will able to convince your interviewer, explaining all your strengths, the best qualities you have in you, so that they will try their level best to meet your expectation during the interview process. Let us look at the scenario number two, which is company presentation for business deal. Most of the times when you are working in an organization, they'll be dealing with a particular product or services. In order to sell your product or services, you are required to make a company presentation to your clients. So while making the presentation, there is a discussion happens between you and the clients, And it's very important for you to explain the strengths of your products or the best qualities of your service, so the clients can get impressed and then sign a business deal with your organization. So there is a negotiation happens between a leader and employee. Almost all the organization will have a founder. The founder will have a leader. The leader will have a set of employees. So each organization focus on meeting a particular vision or a mission. So in order to meet a vision and a mission, they will be involving in a particular product or service. So in order to manufacture a particular product or to provide a service, there is a list of tasks needs to be done. So as a leader, you need to drive your employees towards achieving the task related for a production, or it could be for delivering a particular service. So it's very important for you to have an excellent negotiation skill, so that you will be able to understand what your employees are thinking about the product manufacturing or a service delivery. You will be able to provide convincing justification why an employee is supposed to do it, how are they supposed to do it, what is the need of following the standard operating procedure, when it has to be completed. So as the interaction between leader employees happens, the negotiation also comes into picture. Let us look at this picture. This picture talks about an interaction between a street seller and the customer. I'm sure all of you would have come across this situation. Whenever we go to a roadside shop, we tend to bargain in. Negotiation is not about bargaining. Negotiation is all about creating value for both the parties, both the buyer as well as seller. So there is a negotiation happens between society and you. The negotiation happens between family members. I'm sure negotiation among the family member tends to be very, very high. It is because if you look at your family, you may be involving a lot of fights, conflicts, difference of opinion between the grandparents, parents, children, between the siblings. So whenever there is a difference of opinion, whenever there is a conflict, whenever there is a problem in your family, you need to have an excellent negotiation skills in order to understand each one's thoughts, desires, action, so that you can come out with a convincing conclusion which will be good, making happy for everyone in your family. Negotiation skills are required both in your professional as well as personal life. As I given you a number of examples, it happens in your personal life, it happens in your professional life. So it's very important for all the students who are watching this negotiation skills is you are paying a good attention, so that you'll be able to know how to develop negotiation skills, so that you can be a great negotiator and achieve what is required in your life. What will happen in the industry the moment you step in? The moment you step in into the industry, you will be working under a particular leader, or even you may be a leader. So when you are working under a leader, the leader will have a set of expectations. So it's very essential for you to have an excellent negotiation skill, so that you will be able to understand the expectations of your leader, and you will be able to cross verify if there is anything which you think it's not agreeable, so that you will be able to arrive at meaningful decision between the leader and the employees. And the next thing talks about management functions. Almost all the organizations involve in planning, they involve in organizing, they involve in staffing, directing, as well as controlling. So it's very essential in each and every stages of a particular management functions. You need to have an excellent negotiation skills. For example, take planning. If you are planning to manufacturing a particular product in your organization, you require raw materials. For raw materials, you will have to look out for various vendors. When the vendor comes into picture, you will have to discuss about the quality of the raw materials. You will have to discuss about the price of the raw materials. You will have to discuss about delivery time of the raw materials. So it's very important you have an excellent negotiation skills. So during the planning time, you will be able to close the deal by procuring the raw material at a very cost effective price, so that your profitability can be easily achieved. Number 3 talks about you will be working as a team member in your organization. So when you are working in a team will have difference of opinion. Of course, yes, nobody will agree with what you want to do it. Nobody will agree with what you want to say it. So when you are working with a group of people, you need to have an excellent negotiation skill to put forward your ideas, to put forward your thoughts, so that you will be in a position to display yourself positively and get things done the way you want it to be. Number 4 talks about interaction between various departments within the organization or outside organization. For example, if you take a particular company, you will have a security department, you will have a purchase department, you will have got sales department, you will have customer relations department, you will have administration department. So to interact with the various departments, you will need to have an excellent negotiation skills. The fifth picture talks about interaction between the employees. There are times a meeting happens wherein you will have to express your thoughts, your ideas, your feedback. So it's very important you have negotiation skill during the meeting among the employees in your organization, or among your boss, or among your clients as well. Finally, it's not the least, you will have to interact with the customer. Customer interaction is very, very essential for any of the organization, be it physiotherapy or tourism or hotel management or languages, or even it could be media. You will be interacting with the customer. Customer will have a set of expectations. You will have a standard operating procedure in order to deliver a particular product or service to your customer. So at the time of service delivery, it's very essential for you to involve in discussion to fulfill the needs and expectations of the customer, also to manage the standard operating procedure which is set by the organization, wherein you are going to create value for the customer as well as you are going to create value for you, so that you as an organization can able to successfully perform the business operation. Meaning of the word negotiation. Negotiation is a method by which people settle differences. I have given a number of examples. The opinion of mother and your daughter, the difference of opinion among the friends, the interaction between the boss and the employee, even between the employees and the leader. Everyone will have some sort of difference of opinion. So this difference of opinion can be easily resolved when you have an excellent negotiation skills. It is a process by which compromise or agreement is reached while avoiding argument or dispute. When you are involving an argument or a dispute, you may win, but you may lose the trust of the other person. So it's very important during the negotiation, you are able to put forward your ideas, you are able to put forward your thoughts in a positive way, so that the other person can understand. In the meantime, you are also supposed to be in a position to understand what the other person is trying to say, so that you will be able to come out with a meaningful agreement which will be beneficial for both the parties. Think about the example of the fox and the crow story. It's an excellent example for negotiation. Let's see an example of negotiation. Kid trying to eat vegetable. I'm sure when you were a kid, you also must be crying like the way how the kid in this picture also is crying. So when a kid is trying to eat a vegetable, what the mother is trying to do it, mother will have a set of objectives. The negotiation your mother may use, she may be saying that eat vegetables, you will be healthy. She may be saying that eat vegetable, you will grow. Eat vegetable, you will not get any disease. Eat vegetable, I'll give you a candy after that. Eat vegetables, I'll take you out for shopping. Eat vegetables, I'll take you out to the park. Eat vegetables, I'll get you a toy. Some mother will use some of it, some other will use most of it. So almost all the negotiation will have a particular objective. The objective here is making the kid to eat the healthy vegetables, so that the health and wellness of the kid is taken care of it. So it's very important when you are involving in a negotiation, the negotiation happens positively, so that no one is getting suffered, no one is getting dissatisfied at the end. Difference between negotiation and bargaining is very, very essential. When you are going to your local market, when you are talking to your seller, asking them constantly reduce this price, then it means that you are doing a bargaining, but you are not negotiation. Bargaining is all about negotiating only on the price, whereas negotiating is all about creating a value for both the parties. Most of the times, negotiation happens more than the price. It's all about creating a value or creating an exchange of value between both the parties through a mutually agreeable agreement. Negotiation process. I'm going to explain you the set of negotiation process, how it happens. Number one is the planning. During the planning process, what you are going to do is you are going to make sure that the necessary people are present in order to reach an agreement. You need to have two people, you need to have two parties, you need to have two set of companies in order to involve in the negotiation process. Then the introduction happens. So what happens during the introduction? You are allowing each side the opportunity to introduce their needs, wants, and the issues. And then bargaining happens. Here, when I'm talking about bargaining, you are trying to explore solutions in order to address a particular problem. Finding options for mutual gain is also a part of bargaining. Coming to an agreement, ironing out the terms, formalizing commitment. Here, you are going to evaluate various alternatives. You are going to come out with a particular solution which is going to create value for both the parties, both the organization. Finally, the closure, determining the steps to start. Here I am going to explain you the flow process of negotiation. First is preparation and planning. Then number 2 is definition and ground rules. Number 3 is clarification and justification. Number 4 is bargaining and problem solving. Finally, closure and implementation. Preparation and planning, you need to have 2 people in place so that you will be able to discuss the issue. You will be able to discuss the difference of opinion. Definition and ground rules, here you will be explaining about what each party is supposed to do it while involving in the negotiating process. Clarification and justification. For example, when I am expressing something as one party, you should be in a position to clarify so that you understand what I am trying to say it, which will help you to come out with a solution for various problems. Step 4, bargaining and problem solving, wherein you are coming out with a solution which is going to be mutually beneficial for both the parties. Finally, the closure and the implementation. What are the various negotiation skills which are very important, which is very important for you to develop in yourself so that you will be able to be a good negotiator? Number 1 is listening skills. Listening skills is very important so that you will be able to understand what the other person is trying to say it. You will be able to critically analyze so that you do not miss out any kind of opportunities. Number 2 is analytical skills. Why analytical skills is required? It helps you to think. It helps you think about your particular problem. It helps you to come up with various solutions for the problems. So analytical skills are very important in order to come up with solutions for various problems. Number 3 is be professional and control your emotions. During the negotiation process, people tend to lose their control. They tend to stick on to their own point of view without giving room for other person to express their opinion. Your loss of control could cause you to think irrationally. To lose negotiation can lead to unfavorable results. Communication skills is very important. It's very important. Why? Everything you want to say it, everything you want to express as in the form of words, you need to have an excellent communication skills. To succeed in business negotiation, you have to communicate clearly and effectively, and you need to be patient and respect the other side. Why it is important? When you're not respecting the other side, and you cannot expect them to understand your point of view. So it is always important for you to be respectful to your opponent. Be patient even if the other side is not. Your behavior during business negotiation make impression. You are going to project yourself as a brand. So it's very important for you to stay calm. You need to be very tact and diplomatic. One of the main aims of negotiation is to make good business relationship wherein it is going to be a long-term relationship. Both the parties are going to be happy and satisfied, and the further negotiations can happen which will be successful and helping both the organization. You need to have an excellent problem solving skills. It's very important to have the ability to identify the problem and to find the way to solve the problem. How it happens? It happens through your analytical skills and the listening skills. You need to be a great problem solvers. Every time when there is a difference of opinion, every time there is a conflict, every time there is a problem, you need to have an excellent problem solving skills. Finally, is the persuasive skills. You need to have both verbal as well as non-verbal persuasion. Merely talking is not going to be sufficient. You need to have an excellent positive body language which helps the people to relate with the words what you're going to express through the verbal communication along with the body language through which you can able to influence the people very easily. These are some of the negotiation skills which you are expected to develop, and if you have any doubts you can always feel free to revert. I'll be happy to clarify it. Why ethics is required in a negotiation? Most of the times people thinks when I'm in the negotiation things has to happen towards only favorable to my end. If it happens like that, it means that you're not following any kind of ethics. Why ethics are required in negotiation? In order to build a trust, in order to develop a relationship which is going to be a lifetime relationship, in order to be fair, in order to be honest and show your openness and you need to show your reflections. Hence, ethics in negotiation is very, very essential. You are expected to follow ethics in negotiation every time when you are involving in the negotiation between people, between the parties, between the companies. Unethical issues in negotiation. Most of the people thinks that negotiation can be easily achieved when you are lying, bribes, kickbacks, corruption or threats. If you are involved in any of this act, it may be a momentary pleasure, it may happen during that time, but it will not be a sustainable one. So it's very important for you to stay away from any kind of unethical issues so that you can able to complete your negotiation deals in a positive way. Negotiate to win. Win-win. When I talk about win-win, you are creating value for both the people, you are creating value for both the organization, not about one single individual, not about one single company. So when you are negotiating, you need to create a win-win situation for both the parties so that both the parties can go satisfied. There is a mutual value created for both the parties, which will lead to a lifelong relationship. Let's see how to develop negotiation skills. The best way to practice your negotiation skills is with your family members. Whenever there is a difference of opinion, whenever there is a conflict, whenever there is a problem, you be a negotiator for your family and try to experiment your negotiation skills. When you are involving in negotiation, you need to ensure that you are being fair, honest, and you are able to come out with a value which is going to be accepted between two individuals in your own family. Practice negotiation when you purchase next time. Next time when you're going for a purchase, try to negotiate and test your negotiation skill. It's one of the wonderful way of developing your negotiation skills. Practice negotiation during a mock interview. I'm sure Garden City University is going to conduct a lot of mock interviews. During the mock interview, try to negotiate with the interviewer by putting forward your strengths, your best qualities, and ask for a best designation or a best salary through which you will be able to develop your negotiation skills. Observe negotiation scenarios. Most of the times I used to do this when there is a conflict, whenever there is a difference of opinion, all I do is I sit back, I just observe what the two individuals are trying to do or what two parties are trying to do. When you are going to observe, you will know how people are putting forward their ideas, how people are putting forward their differences, how people are coming to a compromise, or how people are coming to an agreement. So observing negotiation scenarios is one of an excellent way how you can able to develop your negotiation skills. You represent you as a brand, and you are a brand, and you are the brand. And it's very important for you to develop a positive brand which is accepted by each and every individual who is around you, not about creating a brand which has the shelf life of one single day. So you as a brand, you need to be making sure that people are having trust on you, people are having confidence on you, people are having a good impression about you, that you are going to be a fair and honest person when it comes to negotiation is concerned. Instructions: go through the materials in MSFA and watch all the videos. Think carefully before selecting the options in the MCQs. Total 10 questions, each question carries 2.5 marks. A minimum of 20 marks is required to clear this A session. The assessment can be taken only once. The assessment is time bound, hence complete the assessment soon after the instructions session. Happy learning, have a great day, stay safe. I'm Dr. Sudhakar signing off until I see you in your wonderful Ace. Take care, bye-bye.